to you that you have an amazing day tomorrow.
Hello, guys. Go ahead and cancel that out and hop over here to the main stream. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and continue from what we did yesterday, going right back to, let's see, we finished up SCP-701. So, okay, it's going to make us redo these. I think I did these ones yesterday. Yeah, because then I ended off with the... These over there quick, and then we can get on to new stuff. Oh, nope, that's it. Okay, there's that. Move all that stuff. And here we go. Alrighty. Here we go. On to some of the good new stuff. Have to wait and see exactly. This one should be, if I remember correctly. Monthly lecture. Basically, somebody just talks about some SCP. High reputation within the Foundation. Yeah, this is. I wish I could. I wish I could remember the numbers of all these SCPs. I know a decent amount of them, but does it stand on here? SCP-1762. This one's a little bit more, unlike yesterday's where we kind of were like, it's meant to be scary and horrifying. This one is really far more sad than it is anything else.
There are many stories in this world. Some are read widely all over the world. Some are hidden in dust and known only by a handful of people. Today I'm going to tell you a story no one else has heard before. A real story of mystery and wonder and adventure. And then you too will become the guardian of this story. The story takes place in a world of long ago. The hero of our story is a little boy. His name is Daniel. One day, out of nowhere, Daniel got a serious case of chickenpox. It made him look like a strawberry. To make sure he didn't spread it to others, Mrs. Page, the principal, had him isolate in an attic. And so, in the attic he lived, all on his own.
Could be worse.
Mr. Daniel, while up here in this attic, you'll have plenty of time to practice your penny whistle. I hope you practice well and prepare for next month's art festival.
But Mrs. Page, the melody is so difficult.
Don't give up, boy. You don't give up before you fight.
Daniel was reluctant at first, but he trusted Mrs. Page, and he knew he should listen. And so he practiced the penny whistle.
I really love the art style that they did for this. Okay, it's the F space. I'm concentrating a little bit right now. Go. First part done.
Suddenly, he heard some strange noises in the corner of the attic.
This definitely has to be one of my
Who's
favorite
there?
stories
Daniel
that they
decided
did
to go
throughout this.
over and take a look.
The entire art style is done with this kind of almost child's drawing.
It was a mousetrap, and there was a red origami paper dragon inside of it. Daniel carefully removed it. It was marvelous and beautiful. The only problem was part of its wing was damaged. But Daniel found a way to repair it.
Oh, that was
Daniel held the
difficult.
repaired paper dragon high up in the air, imagining that it soared over all the world below. He played and played with the paper dragon.
Wee! Woo!
F, he was stuck in an attic for a long time. I wonder what the ventilation in
In
an
the
attic like this
warm
would be.
afternoon sun, Daniel had to fight his eyelids just to keep them open.
Could it be? Or is this all just a dream?
The next day, with boredom and loneliness weighing him down, he began to fiddle with the old radio.
Our town is located in the plains where earthquakes are not particularly common. Although there are 17 fault zones around us, they are all inactive.
17 fault zones, but no earthquakes.
a scrunched up ball of paper rolled over to his feet.
Where did this paper ball come from?
Just as Daniel went to pick it up, the ball suddenly came to life, and it rolled away. Daniel chased after it.
Ruh-roh. Anyway, come back here, you. Nobody said you were allowed to escape. There we go.
Just as he was about to seize the rolling paper ball, suddenly, terrible sparks erupted from it. Before his very eyes, the paper ball began to grow, bigger and bigger. At that moment, a red figure suddenly appeared. The red figure quickly subdued the paper ball and threw it into a cardboard box. Daniel studied the red figure carefully.
Looks familiar.
It had a sticker on its fluttering wing. It was the paper dragon.
I wasn't dreaming. Thank you for saving me.
Daniel was grateful and very happy. He walked closer to the paper dragon, but the paper dragon seemed timid and afraid and backed away.
Oh no.
Just then, Daniel had an idea. He took out his penny whistle and slowly played a tune.
Yeah, alright, here we go again. See if we can. Oop, almost missed that one. Ah, shoot. How did I miss that one? There's an achievement if you
The
get
paper
5,000
dragon
points
enjoyed
over
the sound
all
very much.
ones, and
It began to move along with the
you can't
rhythm,
miss too many of
flipping
them.
up and down in the air,
I
soon
might
the
have
two
shot
were
myself in
playing
the
and
foot for getting
dancing,
those
just
misses.
like old friends. The paper dragon traced out a beautiful arc in the air, communicating with Daniel in a unique way.
My cherished friend, after many long years, we finally meet again. Tell me, how has your family been? A great thank you for playing that music for me. You know how I love the beautiful rhythm of that instrument. But we ought to take precautions, as the room is not stable. Do you still remember how the room works? You're welcome to visit anytime.
The piece of paper then changed back into the shape of a paper dragon and flew
Is-
into the cardboard box. The box closed shut, and a calm silence was restored to the attic.
As I haven't
Daniel
heard
rushed
something
to find a
before.
watercolor pen and marked the box with excitement in his fingertips.
Here be dragons.
Over the next few days, the paper dragon came out often to play with Daniel. During this time, Daniel introduced many of his friends to the paper dragon.
That cat's name is Mrs. Carter. Ever since I secretly fed her some fish for dinner, we've been good friends. That's Duke, Mrs. Jessica's pet. He doesn't like Rainy Day or Mrs. Carter. Only smoked sausages for his taste. And now, we are friends too. My name is Daniel. What's your name?
The paper dragon flapped its wings, as if it
It's
didn't
actually-
understand him.
I'll get more into the actual story with this one when we get closer to
Since
the
you
end.
like the sound of the penny whistle so much, why don't I just call you Penny? I'll keep practicing to make it sound better.
Daniel and Penny then played baseball together in the attic.
Let's play cat.
This is pretty hilarious. We're throwing a ball to a little paper origami dragon. Can fetch it and bring it back to us.
But just as they were in the middle of enjoying themselves, a violent shaking suddenly rose from the ground.
Well, you're gonna have to
A
explain
stubborn
that one
earthquake
to
is
the
back at
adults
it,
now.
folks, and it seems even stronger than last time.
At this moment, the box suddenly shot open, and thick clouds of smoke billowed out, followed by several paper balls. Penny attacked the paper balls without a moment's hesitation and promptly threw them back into the box.
Yay!
Penny
Go,
then
paper
flew
dragon,
around in
go.
front of Daniel and rushed right back into the box. As the box closed, the earthquake stopped. Facing a friend's farewell without a formal goodbye, Daniel felt confused and lost. He moved the box to the center of the attic. Facing it, he practiced his penny whistle day in and day out.
Do I need to play it again, or doesn't look like it? Not yet. I know there's at least one more time we have to play the penny whistle.
As the days went by,
It's a very
Daniel's
beautiful
playing
melody.
became smoother.
It's one of those ones where I swear that I remember the sound of it.
One day, the box suddenly began to move.
Huh?
1, 2, 3, 4. This time there were 4 paper dragons. But they weren't alone. Enemies began to jump out of the box too.
Earthquake! Another earthquake! This time it's reached a magnitude of 5.8!
In that small attic,
One would
the
think there'd
4
be something
paper
funky going
dragons
on
fought
if you sit in a spot
fiercely
where like
against
there
the
aren't really
paper
any
balls.
earthquakes, and now all of a sudden there's earthquakes every few
This
days.
time, the paper balls used new tactics. They clumped together into a single monstrous ball of paper. It began to shoot strong bursts of electric sparks at the paper dragons as they flew through the air. As they were hit, the paper dragons fell from the air, one after the other. Seeing the injured paper dragons, Daniel felt very distressed and anxious. Just then, one of the paper dragons painfully started to fly and gathered the remainder of its power. The paper dragon transformed into a great beam of light and dove straight down to pierce through the monstrous paper ball. And then came another paper dragon. The monstrous paper ball was blasted to bits, exploding into smaller paper balls. Trembling, they struggled to escape back into the box. The sacrificed paper dragons were reduced to swirling shreds of paper,
Oh,
and a silence pervaded. peace and tranquility were restored once again to the attic. Daniel saw the remaining 2 paper dragons lying on the floor, badly wounded. He rushed to grab some stickers and treated them at once.
I gotta hold them. And there's that one. And we're fixing this one. There we go.
Suddenly, countless paper dragons began to gush from the box.
Don't you even think about it,
The
guy.
2 wounded paper dragons were repaired and began to fly. Like 2 colored threads, they merged with the other dragons, flying in unison. The dragons moved like a tide, flying freely through the attic. Daniel eagerly took out his penny whistle. He showed all his paper dragon friends the results of his hard work and practice.
Alright, here we go again. Hit that one too early. The last one that we do is a really long one too, so I might still be in the clear as long as trying to get the over 5,000. I'll have to wait and see on that one. One more time where you get to
In the
play
sweet
that.
melody
You
of
get to
his
hear the
playing,
whole melody at
Daniel
that point.
felt himself enter into the world of dragons.
Debani. And an actual large-scale dragon.
The paper dragons merged into a long letter and floated down towards Daniel to tell their story.
Excuse me.
After the last war, the fantasy world enjoyed a long spell of peace and stability. But now, the giants have returned. They have launched ferocious attacks, trying to invade your world through the room. We are prepared to launch the final defense. Then we will have to destroy your room, for it is the last remaining entryway into your world. Please believe this farewell will only be temporary. We will not be apart forever, and we will never forget our eternal mission of protecting you.
At that moment, the paper dragons flew back into the box.
What do you think, Kit Kat Kane?
Daniel still couldn't fully understand what the paper dragons had meant. but he had a vague
Oh, of course
feeling
not.
in
He's
his
in
heart
elementary
that
school.
he
It's
may
kind of
never
difficult
see
for him
his
to
new
understand
friends again.
some very deep and difficult
A few
concepts.
days later, Daniel's chickenpox had fully recovered. He could now play the penny whistle very, very
I
well.
never actually had chickenpox.
But the paper dragons never returned.
It was kind of weird. I freaked out my college because one of my suite mates had it, and they're like, you never had it? I'm like, no. I had the vaccine when I was a kid for it.
Maybe it was time to leave and move on.
Earthquake warning! Magnitude 6.2! A massive earthquake is hitting our town! All townspeople, please leave your houses immediately and move to safe open spaces!
Depending what the rest of your town looked like,
Just
that might
then,
not be a very good
Countless
move.
paper dragons shot from the
Because
cardboard
usually you want to
box.
find some place to bunker down.
However, it seemed like
You
they
don't
were
necessarily
under
want to be in
attack,
buildings, but you don't necessarily want to go
spinning and
outside
falling through the air
either.
in
So catch them
confusion.
too. But if you're out more in the country
What's
and you can get
happening?
away from
Daniel quickly
buildings,
grabbed the stickers
then
out
you're
from his
probably
bag
safer. Especially if you
and
can get
did
out
his
to like
best
a
to
field
heal
or
the injured
something.
paper
Nothing's gonna
dragons.
fall on you. Only letting me do this though, go. Oh, the dragons need to live. My people, you cannot die. Our duties are not yet complete. Oh, this might be a bit of a problem.
The paper balls swarmed together and pushed Daniel away, subduing him firmly in the corner. He couldn't move. Suddenly, ominous clouds rose from the box, and a violent lightning flashed through the room.
Giants have
The
come.
figure of a giant slowly emerged from the thick clouds, and the entire attic
Looks like one of them
became
managed to fuse the
overwhelmed
room.
with its evil aura.
The earthquake is growing stronger! Now with a magnitude of 7.1! Heaven almighty! Are we doomed?
The giant unleashed its power maniacally. The paper dragon struggled against it, with no means of fighting back.
You must fight.
At this critical moment, two paper dragons shined brilliantly. Together, they heroically crashed their
shine or they
bodies into the giant.
I don't know. I'm a math person. I am
Daniel
not.
thought the giant had been defeated by the paper dragons, but soon he found that things would probably not be so simple. The giant's figure could still be seen in the thick smoke, looking evil and terrible. The attacks of the
I'll go with
paper
the stick.
dragons had had no effect, and the giant had only grown
Something,
stronger.
kid. Otherwise, the
Fought
foundation
back with
itself
a
is got
new
the story.
ferocity.
That probably won't be any
The
prettier.
dragons were simply no match for it.
The earthquake is going stronger still! The greatest disaster this town has seen in over 100 years! My heavens! Will
I don't know enough about earthquakes to say that I'd be 100% right here, but wouldn't the magnitude of the earthquake be measured after it's done, not during it?
With the paper dragons now all but defeated, Daniel spotted a frail figure in the distance. It was Penny.
Yes, you little sassy.
It flew gently in front of
Sassy cat.
Daniel
Sassy Nyako.
and affectionately rubbed its head against his fingers, as if this whole crisis had never happened. Daniel felt like Penny was trying to tell him something, but he
believe
didn't
it's trying to
quite
say-
understand what.
Goodbye.
Penny then left Daniel and soared into the air with a determination in its wings. Suddenly, the other paper dragons seemed to be summoned. They flew through the the air, all together in unison, responding to the call without an ounce of hesitation.
We're
At
starting to
that
get
moment,
poetic here.
Penny turned
Never a
into
good
a
sign.
great red beam and rushed fast towards the giant. The other dragons followed, shining together like a shooting star. At that moment, Daniel seemed to see a real dragon flying.
No!
Well, they are real dragons. Hey. No attacking the microphone there, cat.
The huge explosion from the impact drowned out everything else
I
in
don't
the
wanna
attic.
go locking you into the bedroom well every single time I stream.
The attic rained down with
Yes,
countless
you.
pieces of paper,
You.
the leftover
Sussy cat.
scraps of the paper dragons. Daniel wanted to collect all of the pieces. He thought he could still fix them.
There's just so many pieces, though. Okay, you. There. You go there. You go there.
Goodbye, my friend.
The nightmare is over. The earthquake has stopped. With God's mercy, our town is safe. We thank you, Lord, for your protection.
You shifted down
A
there, cat.
few days later, the art festival was held as scheduled. Daniel
Trying to find
attended
a
the show
comfortable
with his
spot
penny
in my
whistle.
lap. Which is better because when I first started trying to get on here, getting ready for streaming, he was on the chair and he's like, I don't want to move.
Daniel Trevor.
I was like, well, I want to be able to sit down and be
perform a
comfortable.
penny whistle solo of a song titled "Fly with Me."
Now we get to hear the whole melody. And hopefully I can get the high score. Dang it. Oh, you gotta be freaking kidding me. 4980, I'm literally one note shy of getting the achievement. Oh, this is one I don't mind playing back through again later on my own, just to try and get it. It's a wonderful story, and it really does do a great job of showcasing all the various sides of the SCP.
And that's how the story ends. Now, you might be wondering, what happened next? Are there still paper dragons in the world? Well, that's a difficult question to answer. But I believe that they are still protecting us somewhere in this world, just like they promised they would, forever, into eternity.
So the actual wiki article for this one is similar. I don't think the fighting actually takes place that they physically can see, but instead the scientists and the people of the Foundation are talking to the dragons. And so what kind of slowly comes out is the fact that in our world, belief is actually slowly decreased, and then people don't believe in dragons. They don't believe in these type of things, and that's caused our room to slowly shrink over time until it's just a cardboard box. At the end of it, the dragons basically say, we have to destroy our room to protect you. They basically do all that. And so the box is kept in Foundation custody. But the concept behind it is basically that we might never actually see dragons and some of these wondrous mythological creatures because of it, because of our lack of belief. He didn't. Magic files. Those cute little bear books. That particular SCP did not suit me. I've been here for a month now and entirely adjusted to the job. Though the content of my work is to simply process archive files, it is work that will never bore me. A few absurd jokes aside, most of the archives feel really fascinating. I've been certainly having hallucinations. I feel like someone is calling me, voice low and uncertain. They seem to be trying to communicate with me, but I cannot understand a single word they say. In fact, I had planned on seeing a doctor, but Zoe told me it was typical rookie syndrome and would clear up in a few days. I certainly hope that is the case. What do you think? What do you think, Unyako? Excuse me, Site 83, SCP-300. Consists of redacted. Yeah, if you ever get a chance, I would highly suggest getting over to the SCP Wiki and taking a chance to read them. Or if you don't want to do that, then there are plenty of YouTube channels devoted to the SCP Wiki that they'll put out videos that describe various SCPs just to listen to them. You can just put it on in the background and listen to them as they just talk about it. And most of them are very quite interesting. Some of them are a little bit more mundane. Some of them lead more into insanity. But the biggest thing to remember in terms of the SCP Wiki is that there is no canon. Just because something exists in one does not mean it exists in another. I think I remember this one. Oh, is it that one or is it that one? This mission is emergency. It's beyond your current levels, but you can do it. All right, let's do this thing. Remember, stay sane and always in awe. I should have made that the tagline. for the stream. Okay. Director of Redacted, Executive D6744 Mike Donald. Intrusion subject SCP-239. Device synopsis. Do you wish to read farther? This isn't. I'm trying to remember. So like I said, there's no official canon for the SCP Wiki. However, there are canons within it that are usually authors or just a concept. Broken Masquerade, The End of Death, the Cactus universe, that was just by the author. Each one's a little bit different. Each one feels a little bit different.
D6744. Please provide your identification code
Yes,
according to the mission
that
letter.
one, I think.
4 and 20 blackbirds.
Tell me, Doc, when was the last time this rag on my head was washed?
D6744. According to the 7th edition of the Security Regulation Amendment, you must first provide your identification code. Otherwise, you will be executed.
All right. 4 and 20 blackbirds baked in a pie. You're a real fan of these formalities. Everything's got to be right by the book with you. Oh, God. Fuck.
Mike Donald, consciousness intrusion expert, former leader of MTF UP2, codename Spider. Now, level D personnel, number 6744.
Enough with these damn formalities. Just what the hell you want me to do?
Commit a crime in the Foundation, you become
Do you know about the
disposable.
Witch Plan?
I've heard the name, that's all.
The plan is under the direct command of O5. Every last detail
Well,
of the
there's
plan
your first
is
problem.
protected by the strictest confidential terms.
So what?
D6744. What you're about to witness is top secret information of the Foundation.
One would
hell
argue
is
that could
going
define
on?
all of the Foundation.
A few hours ago, something went wrong with the Witch Plan experiment. The energy of the human anomaly, SCP-239, is out of control and has begun diffusing outward, disintegrating everything it touches.
You guys seriously never cease to amaze me.
SCP-239 is now a ticking time bomb. She could go off at any moment. D6744, I need you to enter the consciousness of SCP-239 to stop this bomb from exploding.
The neural key is fully charged and ready to enter
Hold
the
on,
target
wait, I'm not
consciousness
following you.
space.
Begin the program.
Consciousness
What's
begins to
happening?
link. Start the countdown.
D6744,
5,
we don't have much time.
3, 2, incise.
Yeah, that's about normal for the Foundation, too. Act first, and we'll ask questions later. Cat, you're gonna slip and fall off of me if you keep trying to move like this. Children's laughter never stops being creepy.
D6744, can you hear me?
Son of a bitch! Fuck you!
The situation is urgent. If you were still the way you used to be, you would have done the same.
Hello there? Hey, wait!
This one is
D6744, what did you see?
A little girl, but she ran away.
That little girl is SCP-239. What else have you discovered?
Hi, Zoe. Thanks for the follow. That gave me a surprise there for a second.
The girl's consciousness is severely damaged. That probably explains her total loss of energy control.
Then how should we proceed?
I'll have to enter her preconscious. If there's a solution to this, it's gonna be in there.
Good. D6744. You really are the right person for this mission. D6744, I must remind you, SCP-239 is no ordinary girl. She is uniquely dangerous. Do not forget.
Uniquely
Yeah, I got it.
dangerous for
I'm
pretty
dangerous too,
stupid
don't forget.
reason.
Brainstorm, whisper, butterfly, garden, activate, wings, fan, passion, French, resin, roarer, red, sleep, stone, green, touch, move,
A little bit of lag in there.
anxiety, close, pain, lust, ladybug, time, clock,
I think there is collectibles in this one, if I remember correctly.
snake, cry,
But we'll get to those ones
eagle, 16,
in a little bit.
eternal blood, science.
First, we get to run.
Holy mother of...
Hey, you use that thing, right? Running, let's be running. Never stop running. I'm gonna get shot again. Running. I think the fact that I can see his shadow. I'm running. Away from me, stay away from me. Okay. Got away from him. Alright.
I'm Dr. Pierce. We are now conducting ability control test number 125 of SCP-239. Okay, let us begin.
This
First,
is...
set voltage strength to 30 kilovolts. Power on.
No, I've got it set up.
SCP-239.
I just haven't
Move
decided
the
to
target
reveal it
object to
yet.
the designated
Not
location.
fully. I've kind of been teasing it a little bit.
Ability control test number 125.
I've just kind of been teasing the model a little bit
The voltage
until I'm
intensity must be insufficient.
ready to kind of go all
I'll
out with
need
the
a new test
video
site,
and everything.
along with new equipment that can handle
I'm
a
even
greater
teasing it
voltage
right
load.
now if you actually look closely at the stream. This is not a great SCP. This is one where really the Foundation itself kind of shot themselves in the foot. I don't think there's anything on the other side, but I'm going to double check just to make sure. Yep, we got to go inside again here. Something real quick. My voice is a little on the lower side. I'm trying. I got that turned up. I usually try to keep the game itself turned down a little bit more. Let me see something here. That's there. Oh, wait. I know what the problem is. That's not what I want. There we go. I guess the thing I was like, I know I've got chat set up to go here. I just don't know exactly where it is. All right. So I was looking over at my screen, going, just like, wait a second. There we go. Back out. All right, it's good now.
Bird's Nest calling D6744. Do you copy?
Copy.
The energy of SCP-239 is still diffusing outward. What's your situation?
Situation's more complicated than I thought. I'm gonna need more time.
Be quick about it.
I got it. Quit rushing me.
Be quick about it. You only need to fix the broken mind of a little girl.
Have you heard?
Heard what?
O5 is displeased with the slow progress of Dr. Pierce's experiments. They've appointed a new director to take over the project.
You sure it's not just a rumor? Today's morning session was chaired by Dr. Pierce.
It's true. Trust me. If I'm being honest, I don't really...
Yeah, eventually this will go over to YouTube, onto my channel over there. I've got the one, I did one yesterday. That one I've already exported over. I just haven't visit your office. I just haven't actually looked through it to set it up yet. I think I was going to download it actually so I can make sure I can do a few edits to it. Before we go in there, I don't think there's anything down here. Either. Okay, where am I looking? All right. So. And there we go.
How are the preparations for the experiment coming along?
Equipment's been checked. Everything is ready.
Good. Anything to be aware of?
Sam went to the counseling room after yesterday's experiment.
Give him an injection of amnestic agent, and let Arthur take his place.
So nice. Key card. Wait, there's something else to look at here. Team Black Honey Badgers, December 2nd, 1966. Displeased with experiment results would be a gross understatement. Yeah. Well, trying to figure out how to control a anomalous girl with psychic abilities. It's probably not the easiest thing in the world.
Try again. Set voltage strength to 250 kilovolts.
Dr. Pierce, the heart rate of SCP-239 has now exceeded 160. Her physiological indicators are quickly approaching their limit. Perhaps we should consider pausing for a while.
Continue. Pressurize. Set to 250 kilovolts. Go. Now. SCP-239. Pay close attention to my instructions. Crush that car in front of you. What's the meaning of this?
Sean Pierce.
Violet.
Long time, Sean. What's it been? 7 years?
I've got no time to play catch up with you. Not a great first impression.
I do have
for you,
Minecraft
either.
downloaded.
Forging into my
It's
lab,
been a little while since I played it. I
with
started
my
getting into it when I was
experiments,
watching a bunch of
coding the foundation's security
VTubers and other
regulations.
streamers play it.
Have you detained, you know?
So I do have it, and I have considered
Still the
putting it
same
on the
old thing,
docket to play.
You haven't changed one bit, Sean. Well, if you want to talk business, then let's talk business. You should have a look at this first.
This is
This is O5's mandate. Effective immediately. Witch plan and all SCP-239 experiments will be led by me.
No, that's... No! This is a mistake! It's not possible!
Don't take it personal, Sean. The simple fact is that the development of SCP-239 is moving too slow. They want a more ambitious approach. A new process, if you will.
A new process? What new process? Just what do you know about process? Please, Violet, enlighten me.
Okay.
Sean, let us end our bickering with this. Victory comes to those who fight, and to those who last.
O5 Council has entrusted Dr. Violet as the new principal investigator of the SCP-239, replacing Sean. September 23rd, 2003. You'd love to see me Minecraft. Minecraft has so much stuff that you can do in it. That's why I think I find Minecraft fascinating. Because you can do so many different things in it. Even just like simple things. You can do a stream just on like diving through the nether, looking for netherite, looking for diamonds, building a house.
Copy, loud and clear.
And then you get into all the much more creative and insane. I watched one video
Focus on the mission at hand.
on building a
Stop the spread of energy diffusion released by
what was it?
SCP-239 and do it quick.
Yeah, sure.
Shulker, building a shulker farm. That was completely insane.
Director Tattoo. The storybooks and toys we ordered have arrived at C3 Warehouse.
Good. How's the containment room remodeling coming along?
The bed and daily necessities are all in place. The demolition of the ARB potential development plan will be completed next.
Good and good. Now, how about the formal meeting with our little princess?
Free your child's true potential. The baby book, everything you need to know about a baby from birth to 2. I think we're a little bit past that age. Between parent and child, fig trees, and Calmilla. I cannot pronounce that word. Deer Zoo, time for bed. I feel like I'm back in... Yeah, I have played Minecraft. Way back in the day, I used to play it with my brother. I didn't get into it a ton back then. They had a huge server. And not too long after I started playing it with them, I didn't even get to finish my house at that point. My brother and a friend of his reset the server because they wanted to do a hardcore mode. And I think they tried 4 times, maybe 5. I missed a couple of things. But they always ended up failing because my brother's friend very much likes to start at the bottom and work his way up. And I don't remember what mods they had equipped at the time, but he kept dying along the way because he would be like, I need the first set of everything. I need to start with the wooden tools and have, you know, stone armor, stone weapons, and he would push himself farther and farther and farther and just die without actually bothering really to try and get the best stuff. As the diet was brand new, I'm like, I would die very quickly if I tried to do a full-on hardcore mode of Minecraft.
Hello there. Hold on a second. I'm not gonna hurt you.
Hello there.
God damn it.
Are you having nightmares?
the other thing I'd really would like to do, and I'm actually looking to get the downloads and things like that for it, randomizers. I would love to do like some Legend of Zelda randomizers on streams. I think that'd be a lot of fun to do.
Beautiful, and those terrible things will disappear.
Who are you?
My name is Violet Tattoo. You can just call me Violet. I will take care of you from now on. No one will hurt you ever again.
Yeah. I'd say, like, I do have... I never got a server the last time I played it. It was just a single-player game. I did have... a couple of chicken farms.
All right. That's it for today's
I'd gone to the
bedtime
Nether
story.
a couple of times. I hadn't fully explored it because I didn't get a good
Have a little
entrance into
test
the
tomorrow.
Nether.
You need your rest.
And I built an iron farm at the nearby village. That was one of those deals where it's like, I love to go off and start exploring on stuff.
Yes. Afraid.
Just remember what I told you. When you feel scared, just
So
close
I
your
inevitably
eyes.
would end up out in the middle of nowhere. Like, I explored the Nether at one point. I couldn't find my way back.
To come play with you.
Built a
Then you
portal
won't
to
be
come
afraid.
out, had to dig my way out of a cave,
Get some sleep now.
and found out I was in the middle of the
Remember to
ocean.
imagine those beautiful
I was just like,
images.
I am completely lost. And not having played enough Minecraft to think it through first, I completely forgot to write down where the coordinates for my home base were. So luckily I did not have a bed. And unfortunately I just had to get Zen loss and give up everything there, and I just managed to get back to my bed. So I was back home. I'm like, okay, so what are the coordinates for where I'm at here? I'm gonna write that down so we don't forget it.
But what should a home look like? Maybe someone ask other animals. The robin
Nope.
needs an elephant. It says the house should have very strong floors. Strong enough to support my weight. The robin shakes his head.
Had a very large, expansive mine system set up there too.
The cheetah stops.
And now that's one of those things. Is like, I'd love to get into a Minecraft server, see if I get like some other VTubers, and get into a server together. Because I think that'd be a lot more fun. I can still do it solo, but I think it'd be a lot more fun just to be in a server with a bunch of other people too.
The house should have a high roof, and plates should hang from the ceiling. The robin flaps its wings and flies away. The hippos let out a loud yawn. House should be built in a pool, so we can bathe anytime and sleep anytime. The robin shakes off the water droplets and flies away.
Oh yeah, this one. Start Minecraft series on YouTube. I could. That's one of those things I played back and forth with that too. Oops, almost got it. Gamers do this and make it out the audience too. Yeah, Minecraft videos are huge, especially like I've watched some Minecraft speedrun stuff too. Speedruns fascinate me. I'm not sure if I could ever actually pull it off, some of the stunts that they do. Just the sheer insanity of it. But I always do like it. I love watching the games done quick when it rolls around.
The robin flies to a small hill where the lion's family lives. robin shakes its head and flies away. It flies and flies, and finally it lands on the back of a rhinoceros. The rhinoceros says, "Everyone travels with all sorts of strange questions inside, but after traveling far and long enough, the answer that everyone finds is that the truth is not far, for it lays within our very hearts. Robin, what kind of home do you want?" The robin says, "The home I want is..."
What's my job? So my full-time job right now is I work quality control in an air parts manufacturing plant. So that's what I do for most of my week.
What are you doing? What's going on here? What's happening? SCP-239, we have to work and rest according to plan.
But
Alex, clear up the mess.
At once, Director.
SCP-239, this is all for your own good. You must be obedient and complete tomorrow's test. After that, I'll give you a gift.
A gift?
Yeah, it's pretty interesting.
Back
The
to
plant I work
school,
at isn't very
SCP-239.
large, but the owner is very dedicated to it and the workforce. So it's very nice. He's probably the best boss I've ever worked for. A lot of people love working with him, and you get to see a bunch of different parts. So we have multiple parts that have for defense use, military use. They'll go to some of our customers, and then we have a bunch of parts that also are commercial use. We do have a couple parts that go more into aquatics. We have one of our customers like that. We're trying to gather a couple more customers right now. We'll have to wait and see if we actually get them or not.
The commissioning of the experimental site must be completed at once. The formal presentation is next week.
I'll see to it, Director. What shall we do with these creations of SCP-239?
Destroy them.
Well, that's kind of harsh. No, I'm single. I'm not married. There we go. I was thinking for a second that the game was lagging or paused on me.
Hey, you there? D6744 calling Bird's Nest. D6744 calling Bird's Nest.
Just like
Hell,
you.
this guy's up to?
There's a singles party around here, it seems.
Director Tattoo, the experimental site has been fully prepared. The report may begin at any time.
Excellent. If today's experiment goes smoothly, I will have full control over which plan. Go, check again to be sure that everything is in place. There can be no omissions.
At once, Director.
Just one quick moment.
Dr. Pierce, as you can see, I'm very busy at the moment. We'll be presenting Witch Plan's progress to the O5 Council shortly.
Right.
I'm in
yes,
my
that's just
early
it.
30s.
Listen, SCP-239's abilities are greater than you could ever imagine. She is infinitely more powerful now than when she was born.
About as specific as I'm gonna
Your
get.
experimental procedures lack the proper controls. Any mistake, no matter how minuscule, could have irreversible consequences.
Dr. Pierce, let us not forget that it was your previous missteps that caused us to miss the ideal incubation period for SCP-239.
These
If we
two
don't cultivate her
are
using
not
my method,
very nice people.
the window of opportunity will be closed for good.
But listen, if you go about it using your method, you will repeat the accident that happened 7 years ago. You do remember, don't you? Heisenberg, Freeman, Claire?
Enough, Sean. Don't you dare bring up their names. Sean, the progress of civilization has always come with sacrifices. You don't get one without the other. To have the chance to harness the abilities of SCP-239, no price is too great.
How long I'm going to stream? I'd like to finish this game up, if I'm recalling
Pierce,
correctly. Once I'm done with this
I suggest you go to
file,
the
I
first
believe
floor
there's
to get
one
front row
more.
seats to civilization's next
That's done.
wave
I'll
of
take a look at what
progress.
time it is at that point.
Violet!
I might
Listen to
swap
me!
over to...
Violet!
What else do I have in... I might just end up going back to World of Warcraft at that point, just because that's an easy go-to game to run. Pure water into wine. Rexor bird's been dead for more than 12 hours. Could a fig tree. But at the very minimum, I'd like to stream for 2 hours, which I should be able to reach with this without having to jump games. At that point, it'll be how I'm feeling.
The little robin with the pretty feathers. Can you make it come out and play with us? Okay. Good, SCP-239. Very well done. All right, let's continue with part 2. Now we need to give the robin a home. A home?
That's a dangerous thing to say to a child.
The robin needs a tree to call home. So let's give him a big
Yeah, you can go ahead, Zoe. I don't want to make it seem like I'm holding on to you. Like, no, you have to stay. People are more than welcome to come in and drop out of my stream as they need to.
You just need to listen and follow my orders. Come on now. Let's give our good friend the robin a big tree. Not tree. SCP-239, I need you to follow orders and make a tree.
You're asking like a 9-year-old girl to follow orders. It doesn't work that way.
No toys, no storybooks, no pretty decorations. Back to that cold, ugly room. You don't want that, do you? No.
Yeah, there's some... Alright, see you in a few then, Zoe.
No need to panic. This is all standard.
There's a few different SCP articles where, oh, this person's the villain. Bye. That person's the villain. And then there's some like this, where the Foundation is really the villain. In this one, we have essentially two different directors. Sean is essentially just torturing her to try to get her to use her powers. Violet is basically using psychological manipulation, mental, almost, you could argue mental torture, to try and force her to do what she wants.
Stop it, SCP-239. That's an order. Stop now. God damn it! Why won't it open? Sean? Sean! Sean! The backup door outside. Help me open it. Come on, quick!
Violet, I told you you were playing with fire.
Cut the bullshit and let me out. She's lost her mind. What are you doing? Open it! Open the damn thing!
No. No, Violet. I can't.
What do you mean?
239 is out of control. Why would I open the gate?
What the fuck are you saying? Open it!
You're right, Violet. Victory comes to those who fight, and to those who last.
Talking crazy, Sean. This is not that. Open the fucking thing!
An accident of this magnitude! It's just what I need to prove myself.
Sean!
And
Sean,
Sean's
don't
an
think
a-hole.
like that! We can work together! We'll do it your way! Your rules, your method! Whatever you want! Or we'll do... I know! I'll quit! I'll resign! Which plan is all yours?
I will use these learnings to improve the plan and equipment. I've never been so certain of success.
No, Sean. Let's not think like that. Let's talk things through.
You have proven invaluable, Violet. You will not die in vain.
No, Sean, no. No, no, no. You fuck. You fucking Sean. I quit. Sean, you should...
Sean's a dick. There we go.
Sorry. I'm sorry.
There we go. Oh, that was just driving me nuts on my interface. I wanted to fix it real quick. Almost done.
D6744. The energy output is getting out of hand. How much longer?
So this is the witch plan, huh? Are we anything more than tools to you?
No.
It's not about that.
Yes,
This
it is.
about saving the world. Either you fix this, or we're all screwed.
That's what I'm doing.
Then move your ass and do it already.
Yeah, suck my nuts. Quitting the Foundation was the best damn decision of my life.
Sometimes people are just done with the Foundation, and that's not necessarily a bad thing. Are you gonna let me actually try to fix this? Whoa. Oh, hold on. There we go. Oh yeah, that's right. This is the one with 2.
I now present to you the ARB Potential Development Device 2.0. This device is capable of not only better stimulating the potential of abnormal objects, but can also automatically turn on the respective electric field control, so long as the abnormal objects exceed the preset amplitude. This will ensure that the experiment is foolproof, with 0 chance of runaway. The tragedy of Directed Tau 2 cannot be repeated. We must learn from our mistakes. We must not forget the enormous power of SCP-239. And we must treat security as a top priority. Otherwise, all of this will be for nothing. Do not forget the credence we live by. Secure, contain, protect. This we must uphold at every turn.
Yeah, sure. He's got members of the O5 Council that he's basically arguing with to reinstate their plan. He's got 4 of the council. That's actually pretty good. I think I've got everything that was in here. I think. Alright, let's go ahead.
I'm sorry.
It's okay. I just want to talk.
No. Stay away.
What happened? It's not your fault.
Oh boy.
Shit.
You know it's never a good thing when a little girl's screaming that at you.
I am Dr. Sean Pierce. December 25th, 2005. 1630 hours. This is the first experiment of ARB Plan 2.0. SCP-239. We will repeat the previous tests first.
Experiment 1. Strength test. Pass rate of 95%.
Voltage strength 600 kilovolts. Power on.
600 kilovolts.
SCP-239.
I'm not entirely sure they aren't trying to freaking kill her. But then again, one of the biggest weaknesses within the Foundation itself is that a lot of the people within the Foundation see anomalies just as anomalies, even if they're human with strange abilities like her. They're just a thing. That's one of the reasons why the Foundation does not always get to play as the good guy.
Test completed. Patch.
Go on.
Experiment 2. Control test. Pass rate of 87%.
Voltage strength 700 kilovolts. Power on. SCP-239. Put the fragments on the ground back together.
Test completed. Pass.
We'll now begin the new
Great.
Experiment 3. Creation test. Pass rate indeterminate.
Voltage strength 800 kilovolts. Power on. SCP-239. Reassemble this junk into a truck. A real, operational truck. Not some fancy replica.
What if it's implied that she understands how a truck functions and operates?
Very well done. Amazing. Fun. I know where the problem is. Do I need to shock you again?
Missed that one. There we go.
Dr. Pierce, our equipment can't handle that much current.
Damn it. I'm the one who's in charge of this experiment. 950 kilovolts. Now! Power on!
Afraid. Close eyes. Imagine. Imagine. Beautiful. Images.
What the hell is this? Damn it! Stop trying to play violent tricks on me! I know how to deal with your useless imagination. Increase the voltage strength to 1000 kilovolts.
Dr. Pierce, the current has breached the security threshold. If left to overload, the device could explode at any moment.
Get the hell out of here!
Sean is an a-hole and an idiot.
This is for victory! Do not fail me!
I wonder what would happen if you actually managed to hit that right in the middle. wonder if the game would even let you hit that right in the middle. Didn't time that one very well. I think I was supposed to get through here without being seen. Messed that up and mistimed everything. The upside is, if you just run, you can make it. Got one person here who would actually like to help you. Unfortunately, the people outside don't really care.
D6744. Nicely done.
Hold on.
The outflow of energy of SCP-239 has subsided and is now beginning to dissipate. We have regained control.
No,
Just hold on.
Again, a job well done. The synapse is now ready to be disconnected.
Can you just hold the fuck on and listen for a damn change?
What's the matter?
The problem hasn't yet been solved. She's still lost deep in her mental anguish.
That's not our concern. The crisis has been averted. Innumerable
Now,
lives
if you
have
don't
been saved.
help her the
Your mission
rest of it, the crisis may
mission's
not
not
be
complete
done
until
yet.
she is stable.
Compassion in times of desperation leads only to the destruction of yourself.
3 minutes. You owe me that much. For all this, you owe me. I can enter her subconscious and fix this. 3 minutes.
Very well. I'll disconnect the synapse in 3 minutes. If you're not back, then so be it. I will show no compassion.
Yeah, well, you're a butt. Alright, where are we now? Head towards the explosion.
Team Honey Badger has entered the value anomaly area, now quickly approaching.
Good. Proceed.
I recognize that voice.
The amniotic fluid has broken. Send to delivery room 2.
Okay. Okay, those aren't that difficult. We're in a hospital. In 1998. Alright, another puzzle. Hold on, hold on.
Maternal dystocia, profuse bleeding. Send to operating room now.
Value fluctuation increasing. Team Honey Badger approaching target.
Heart rate 100. Blood pressure normal.
Hemostat.
Target
Gauze.
confirmed. Containment operations ready.
Excellent. Operation Witch Hunt. Commence.
Oh, goody. So this is Witch Hunt. The actual witch hunt. Oh, this one's got 3. Okay, this has got to go this way. This one can just go straight down. This one goes over, up, and around. Oh, red didn't connect.
Congratulations,
There we go.
lovely princess.
Okay,
with
I'm a
beautiful
math
blue
master.
eyes. Thought of a good name for her?
She is my little angel. I am Sakura.
Target SCP-239 has been contained.
Put that in perspective for you, since we know this now took place in 1998. She was 7.
SCP-239. 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 That's an order. SCP-239. That's an order. SCP-239. Do as I say. SCP-239. Do as I say. Come on. Do it. Come on. Do it. SCP-239. SCP-239. SCP-239.
Don't blame yourself. None of this is your fault.
Won't even call her by her
Maybe
frickin'
you
name.
weren't meant for this world.
Close eyes. Imagine. Imagine. Beautiful images. The robin says, the home I want, my home is squishy all over, with shiny warm lights and no more cold steel. Filled all the way with beautiful star stickers. And colorful lights everywhere, everywhere. Everywhere I go, they twinkle, twinkle like little eyes. So many good books, with the cutest animals inside. They only say nice things to me. They always want to chat with me. So many beautiful decorations, a soft bed, and mountains of toys. I can play all day, anywhere I want. I'll have my favorite toy, a beautiful carousel. I'll ride and ride, and it will take me anywhere. There, I will not be yelled at. I will not be punished. I can sing as much as I like. I hope so much to live here forever. My home, Seguros' home.
Oh, my head.
Take a deep breath. Just some minor side effects from the force disconnection.
She's not coming back.
What?
In the end, she chose to shut off her subconscious. She'll sleep forever, like a plant.
Maybe that's for the best. Anyways, our primary concern is the incident report. It'll require some brainstorming.
You have
Not
fun
my
with that
concern.
one.
I'll arrange for someone to take you back. See you on the next mission.
Not in this lifetime.
Alright, so there we go. Finished it all up. Oh, there we go. I think it's actually a little bit more sad that even at the very end of it all, going through her dream home is still her containment cell, because that's all she's ever known. Submit it. When I handed the task, I was worried whether or not you'd be able to complete it. I'm ready. What am I ready for? The good stuff? The bad stuff? Someone wants to talk to me. It doesn't matter who I am. It's just a name, a symbol. Are we getting into the Fae stuff here? Because we're getting into the Fae stuff, then this is going to get really confusing. Some warm-up. Take the elevator to the 15th floor. Ah, there we go. That was weird. Gonna swipe on the other one. I've got no, I think I undownloaded Control. It's been so long since I played that game, I almost would need to have to start that one over. I also want to get some Final Fantasy IX stuff out next week. I have to take a look and see. I don't remember if I finished recording another episode and I just need to edit it or not. Alright, the one thing I need to do first and foremost is go to the bathroom. I'll be back in a minute, guys. Give me just a sec here. Alright, I'm back. Main Street. Enter room and wait for work notification. Oh, wow. Patient, Kate Lawrence, Sophie Marr, Sebastian Shaw. Oh, these are amnestics. The Alpha, Beta, and Omega. Wow. Don't bake bread in the lounge. Don't you feel nausea? 0426. Oh, I think I know what the next one is. I like the next one.
Carl, you'll have to follow my instructions. Do exactly as I say. There is an access card on the desk. Take it and exit through the door on the other side. The passcode is 0426. Find room B426 and run the program on the computer.
Carl Astana, employee ID, security clearance level 3. Sweet. Zero, 4, 2, 6. Nowhere? Nope. Okay. Zone B. B426. 701. B426. This doesn't look ominous at all. How many followers do I need to be affiliated? What is it on? It's been a little while since I looked on it with Twitch. I want to say it's 1,000, but that feels like it's too high for Twitch. I need to have so many followers, and then I need to have 50 people that are talking in chat and so many hours streaming within a certain time period. I would have to double check to make sure on it. So that's something that I'd love to try and start pushing to kind of go for. Once I can fully formalize my schedule, I have a pretty good idea how I'm going to do weekdays. There might be a few variations within that. The weekends, I'm still trying to figure out a good time for me, because I do workouts and stuff like that. Yes, I don't remember how many followers it is. I do know that there's a requirement. You have to have so many followers. You have to have so many different people talking in chat, and you have to have so many hours streamed. And I've been really close on the hours streamed a couple of times before, so I'm not concerned on that part of it. SCP-426. This is an interesting SCP. I'd have to go back and look. It's under. Hold on a sec. I've got a second here. I can actually take a peek. See. Should be under my creative dashboard. Round and around and around it goes. I'm waiting for that to try and load. Alright, so what we got here. Experiment log 426-1, test subject D081. Test subject D081, male. Of course, as soon as I start talking, it goes back into it. Alright. Team extensions. Where is it in here? No, that's not it. I know, I was just looking at this the other day. Nope, that's not it. No. Path to affiliated. Okay, so to be affiliated on Twitch, I need to reach 50 followers. In a 30-day performance, I need to stream for 8 hours. I need to stream on 7 different days. I need to have an average of 3 views per stream. And to reach partner, I need to stream for 25 hours on 12 different days and an average view of 75. So, yeah, no. I think the 1,000. Oops, that was not the thing I wanted to click on. I think on the 1,000, if I remember correctly, the 1,000 is actually no. The 1,000's on YouTube. It says YouTube. I need to have 1,000 subscribers. I think I said it's like as soon as I said it, I was like the word that doesn't feel right. That feels like it's too much for Twitch. Twitch was a lot lower in a lot of its values of what you needed to get. They need to provide a mirror, but I don't need to see my face. Got my cigarette pack. At least you're still alive. That's right, man. I've been paying attention. You know, I can feel your life energy. What? Not just yours, but all lives. The transitions that happen. Making the most of life transitions is a beautiful thing, and they exist in abundance here. What are you talking about? They always lead to unknown opportunities where everything is uncertain. I can see the man-made chaos, distorted by another force that can't be called life. Idiot. Anyway, at least you're still alive. Yeah. What a great ending. Alright. Let me finish this cigarette. Jimmy, one cigarette and I'll tell you about the task today. Good deal, right? Save it. Come on, we should have helping each other. Of knowing I still have to do it. It's a steel wall. I have no idea, but obviously we need a glass of lemonade. Lemonade, sweet but sour, quenches your thirst and clears your mind. Yes. Yes, he is. Yeah, so there you go, Zoe. I don't need 1,000. I only need a couple followers for affiliated. So that's the upside. Biggest thing is just going to be the time, days, and average views. No weapons, no metal, no smoking in the observation room. There's a room on the bottom floor. Your task is to enter the room and observe the object on the table. Can you hear me? There's nothing wrong, right? Look at it. Look at the toaster. Isafor slicer? So what I need to observe is here. It's a toaster. Oh, cigarette first. Where are my cigarettes? They'll never guess where I hid my cigarettes. I don't want to guess where he's hiding his cigarettes. I love that little jingle. Do, 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 do. Well, on the table, I'm a toaster. I'm about 7 inches wide and 6 inches tall, and I'm made of stainless steel. Anything else? What else? I'm not sure what else you want me to say. Anything else? I'm not sure what else you want me to say. I'm a toaster. Put bread in my slot, and I'll make perfect effing piece of toast. This is one of those weird SCPs where it's kind of funny, but at the same time a little bit off. Bound by limitations. I'm just tired. No. I don't need a cigarette. I need to charge up because I'm a toaster. I need to be plugged in to start working. I'm a toaster. Gotta charge myself up. Plug. They gave me all these cigarettes, but no plug. Maybe I can make one myself. Got a wire. Got a piece of iron pipe. How to make a plug. I remember this being a weird combination. I know, I guess it makes sense. Yeah, what do you want to ask, Zoe? You go ahead and ask me. DO81 observed SCP-426 for about 30 minutes. During questioning, he could only provide first-person descriptions of 426. He died of electrocution after attempting to plug himself in. So many other artists followed me. Did any one of them tried to pitch you? I've got a bunch of artists following me now. The only one that I've had any other contact with was actually on Discord. No, I take that back. There was one other person I've had contact with, but that wasn't for... That was more for lore things for my VTuber model. But that's the thing, is like I'm almost positive that if I gave them a follow back, I'm pretty sure they would pitch me, try to pitch me on something. What we got this time? DO882. Dorothy Wilson, 65-year-old white female, no history of mental illness. Alrighty. Fell asleep. Oh. That was my thought process when I see a lot of them. It's difficult, especially with the industry the way that it is. It's difficult to know who's who. I took a shot with you, and I'm quite glad that I did. So. But I've always been, especially the one on Discord was the one I was probably the most nervous about. Just because it's like with the Twitter one, I can kind of look at their post history to see if there's something there, but the Discord one was just, I have nothing from them. And the only reason, the thing that I was so confused by too with that one, there was two of them that friended me on Discord. They both actually contacted me. I only responded to one of them. Was because I looked at like our mutual servers, and we only had one mutual server, and I think the mutual server, one of them's not even on that server anymore. They both might not be. And it was another VTubers server. So we were both there, so that was the only thing that we had. And I'm like, I don't even know why you're necessarily contacting me, because at the time, I wasn't really doing, I wasn't streaming at that time, and I wasn't really putting up any. I wasn't really putting up like any videos. I wasn't posting or saying anything on that server chat. So that's one of the reasons I was very skeptical of that one. Was just because they have no real reason to think that I did stream. I mean, that was the first question they asked. But that, and the other thing I guess I should state is they both started the conversation the exact same way. They didn't do it with words. They both sent me a waving emoji. That also made me a little bit nervous, the fact that both of them did that at the exact same way. I do get a good kick out of this art style. Yeah, I found it pretty suspicious. That's kind of why I shut down that conversation pretty quickly. I wasn't going to trust them. Especially since like I didn't have any references or anything like that from anything that they may have done. I know that Twitter has a lot of potential to steal different things and have different problems with people taking others' art and photos to try and scam people. But at least with that one, I can at least see something to try and give me an idea and go off of that. More clear about these tasks. I did get one comment on YouTube the other day that kind of made me laugh a little bit. It's not the first negative comment I've gotten, but it was kind of a funny one. They were just kind of like, oh, these are all bots. And I'm like, well, what do you want me to do if they are or they aren't? I took a look at the... It's your... By the way, it's my... Okay. my first time watching streams on Twitch. Oh, really? You came on and stopped by to see little old me. Yeah, I've got some friends of mine over here on Twitch. I have to actually look and see. I used to be a part of a community. They hopped around between a couple different things. They changed the website. At that point, I was kind of dropped out of it. I know a couple of them are still active. One of them is a VTuber. I've got in touch with them. I think is the pronoun that they want me to do. Well, anytime anyone wants to stop on by, it's where I put out the tweet. I also post in one of the Discords that I'm in. The owner of it likes having that type of thing. They have their own separate channel for it. But yeah, I've got a couple ideas of things I want to do future-wise. Like I said, I want to do randomizers. I'll probably do some streaming on that. Because those have fascinated me, but I don't know a lot of the speedrun strats that get used. So that might be something where I'll be kind of entertaining. You'll have to watch me, people have to watch me kind of get around that. Minecraft, I'd love to throw some Minecraft on here and do some things with that. I've got some other games I like to play. The weird thing is, I love doing these huge RPG games. But I'm debating, it's like those ones will probably be left more towards just straight up YouTube than straight up streams. The one thing, it's gonna happen, and it's gonna get streamed, is whenever it actually comes out, is the Dead Space remake. Yeah, I'm streaming it. I will stream that. I love that series. And if they ever get around, because I keep hearing rumors about this, I will play, if they ever remake it or continue it, I will play the Legacy of Kain. Because I have, what do I have? No, I have Soul Reaver 2, Blood Omen 2, and Defiance up on my YouTube channel. I love those games. You cannot find writing nowadays like you could for those game series. I'm a toaster. I need to be at the side for this one. There we go. Yeah, I like to keep my nose, or I suppose my ear, really to the ground on games, because there's usually a lot of different games. I've debated this for a long time, and I think I'm going to have to try at some point, because I've got a Switch, I've got a PS4, and I've got an Xbox. So I just got... Yeah, and be motivated. Don't get demotivated by critical comments. No, like I said, that's not the first one I've had. That was actually far tamer than the first one I ever got. The first one I ever got, I just kind of laughed at. It was on, I think it was on one of my Legacy of Kain videos. And it was, I hate your voice, just shut up. And I'm like, okay. So don't watch my videos then. It's like, I'm playing it, I'm enjoying what I'm doing. I'm not going to say that what I do everybody's going to love. But my thing is, I'm here to kind of enjoy and have fun with myself. If you enjoy it and you want to stick around and watch it, then by all means, be respectful to other people. Try not to be... be respectful to other people who are in the community and things like that. But... No, I've really just kind of taken the point of, fine, you're gonna get negative comments when you put stuff up and you stream, you do YouTube. You're gonna get it. There's nothing you can change about that. It's just gonna happen. So as long as there's nothing you can do, then I'm not gonna worry about it. That's their decision. If they don't like what I do, they don't necessarily have to watch what I do. Obviously, I want to grow my channel and I want to get people in, but I'm not going to conform what I do to make you happy about it, I guess, is the best way to put it. Yeah, do what I love and enjoy it. Time by the effects of SCP-426. Swallowed 550 milliliters of dishwashing liquid and fell into a coma. I think what was it that I said to you, Zoe? It was, I do what I love and I love what I do. That's kind of my approach to it. That's how I kind of play games, is I go through and I'll play ones that I love to do. I love doing the Final Fantasy games. I love doing Tales series, but those are obviously very large, very long games. I'm not opposed to doing them on streams, but I'm not 100% sure if that's the best way to go about it with them or not.
I am a toaster. I am a toaster. I am a toaster. I am a toaster.
5 kilograms of bread, dishwashing liquid, and a sponge. What else did you swallow? Watch out for the dude next door. He's been staring at your... Or were you? No, so everything that you've given me so far, Zoe, looks amazing. I have no doubt that you'll be able to do something great with that project. The only thing that I've been more nervous about recently has been Twitter's implosion. There's not much we're going to be able to do about that other than just kind of sit and wait out the storm to see what happens with it. I've seen multiple people either joking or doing other things. I've set up a couple extra accounts on some different websites that I've seen some stuff on. I followed my other VTuber friend, acquaintance, I guess. I haven't really talked to them in a very long time. For some websites and gone off to different places just to try and make it a little bit easier to find.
I am a toaster.
I am a toaster.
I am a toaster. I am a toaster.
How you're feeling. Definitely broken. Hope for the best, plan for the worst. It's a catchy little jingle they put in here. Aw. I suppose I didn't toast enough bread. I'm not a good baby bear toaster. I can't toast anymore, but I can fix myself.
I am a toaster. I am a toaster.
We'll just leave that to your imagination as to what he did. Yeah, I'm probably gonna need a new thumbnail for the streams. I was gonna get a hold of you and talk about that. Probably either tomorrow or Monday was when I was planning on doing it. Description. Hello, I am SCP-426. I must be introduced this way in order to prevent ambiguity. I am an ordinary toaster, able to toast bread when supplied with electricity. However, when any human mentions me, they inadvertently refer to me in the first person. Despite all attempts, there is yet to be a way to speak or write about me in the third person. Is an info hazard. Yeah, I would define it as an info hazard too. We've got 2 weeks? No. I got just over a week before Dragonflight launches. I'm gonna do that stream first day. Hopefully I can get in.
Next comes the final choice. There are 2 doors in front of you, one red, one blue. If you want to give up and leave, go through the red door. The past few months will have been like a dream. You will remember nothing after waking, and this road will end here. You go through the blue door, you stay in Wonderland, and I show you how deep the rabbit hole goes. Leave or stay. The choice is your own.
Could you get just a touch closer to Morpheus's line? You got it almost verbatim there as it was. Why don't we just go with you take the red pill. Whoa. There we go. That was weird. I was not holding down the button for that. Ew, hold on. I think my stream rate just dropped. I am jumping around all over the place right now. Hold on. There we go. We're gonna stay in Wonderland and see how deep the rabbit hole goes.
Good job, Carl. I'm glad you made it through. Have you ever felt like there were memories in your head of things you never experienced? Whispers of people you never met. These were not hallucinations. They're your actual memories. Carl, you are not a rookie at all. You are a member of Mega 5. You always have been. My name is Marion Wheeler,
Dun 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 dun. That's where it ends. So from there, SCP Secret Files. So from there we have, I think it'll probably be DLC if they make it, since they have some, it seems like they're going to have some overarching story. But for right now, that's all the game that it is. Let's see, how long have we been? I can go for a little bit longer. I think I'm just going to swap over to World of Warcraft then. I'll let the credits roll through before we do the official jump. I've got the whole... I was starting to feel like it was lagging a little bit there at the end. Maybe that was just me. Excuse me. But yeah, I love these kind of games. I've got a bunch of different games that I want to play so much. It's like I love the SCP wiki so much. I would like to read through those articles. There's just so many. It's so fascinating, the just creative writing that people have come up with just for that. The variety. How many? They passed into the 7,000s a month? 2 months ago? Something like that. See, there are over 7,000 SCPs on the wiki now. Ranging from stuff mundane, kind of like a toaster that makes you think it's your toaster, to some very existential, world-ending crises. And that's not even mentioning some of the crazier versions of it that could still exist out there. Okay. So we're going to swap over to this screen. And I am going to set up and get ready to swap over to World of Warcraft. So give me a couple minutes, guys, and I will be on that. everything should be all set up and ready. Let me. Whoop! Don't you dare!
Great.
Accidentally clicked on the wrong thing. Hopefully that doesn't cause any problems later. All right. I forgot the important part. There we go. Whoa, what the? Okay, what's going on here? I think I just clicked the wrong thing. Oh, no, is that guys? No, wait, this should have been... That's what I get for clicking on things that I shouldn't be clicking on. No. Wait, which one is this? That's that one. Let's do this. Nope, dang it. I know which thing I'm looking to try and get, and I am not getting the thing I want. Okay, well there's that. But I think the thing that I lost was my chat. And I do not see it on here anymore. No, no, no. I am probably going to have to go back and try and figure that out at some point. That's what I get for not paying attention to what I was actually looking at. No. Oh wait, chat's right here. Then what was this? I am so confused now by my own setup. Okay, that's just weird. Anywho, I will figure all of that out at some point again, I'm sure. So, anywho, alright, who do we want to play as here? I played a little bit more on my Demon Hunter. I've managed to... I finished up the transmog on him, and I've gotten the Feat of Strength So until the actual everything starts, I don't really need to do much with him. Warrior, I do need to bring my warrior into the next X-Pack relatively early on because he's my tailor, so I can do that. I think actually though, I think I'm going to stick with my evoker for right now, just because I hopped him over into the Shadowlands so I could play around and try to get more used to the rotation on him, just for the start at the very least. Try and get used to the rotation, a little bit of the rotation on him. I want to try and up his item level too, because it's not bad. It could be better, and I suppose the best way to actually deal with him would be to do the pre-patch stuff. The problem is that the lag is just so bad in the pre-patch. You try and go to some of these zones, and it's just terrible. I still need to set up professions for him, so I need to figure out what I actually want him to be. I think I've got basically every profession now, so I can kind of pick and choose. I did give him new bags, just a little bit bigger ones. Yes, my computer likes to run this like uber slow, have a hard time rendering in Oribos. It just kind of happens. Yeah, go away. I want Hall of Shapes. I try and just get it to load in a couple of things here. Okay, professions. We need cooking and fishing are both over here. The thing I've been trying to do with him is, and you, I've been trying to get him some more money, just due to the fact that I have flying on him, but the flying is pretty, it's pretty slow. Alright, it drives me a little bit nuts. Alright, what should we do with you? What should a dragon be? You do inscriptionist. I think my monk is my inscriptionist right now. Alchemy. I think I've got a couple of alchemists. Could make him a jewel crafter, but my main's also a jewel crafter. Engineer. My Death Knight's my engineer. A miner. If there's a miner, though, it's either blacksmith or jewel crafting. Skinning. Leatherworking. Tailoring. What should I do? What should I do? Enchanting. I could do enchanting. Wait, if I did... I've done this on a different person before, but I think... Alright, what we're gonna do... I'm gonna make him an enchanter. Okay. I'm gonna make him an enchanter and a tailor. So I've done this on a different tune before. Yeah, yes. And this actually meshes pretty well because unlike some of the other professions where you need to or could want to have a gathering profession so you don't have to waste a lot of gold buying things like raw ores or jewels or something like that. Everybody picks up the cloth and things for tailoring, so that works out really well to just be able to craft things for your tailor, and then I can disenchant things in order to move them over. I need at least 4 of these. Let me see something here. Does that? That's not up yet, is it? No, nothing like that's up. Go away. Tomorrow starts Pilgrim's Bounty. So tomorrow we can do some stuff for that. I've gotten some things. I've got... Let's go talk to Bolvar here, because I think that starts the Korthia stuff that I can just skip over. Just to make sure it's not in my quest log. I don't want it cluttering anything up, and then we'll get back out. I gotta go to Ardenweld. I want to try and finish this one up, because the world quests here do give a decent amount of... Or they used to. They nerfed it. Well, we might just change that. My thought process there. I can remember that. They nerfed the gold. I just noticed that. What do we have equipped here? 219s and 239s, really. So, let me take a look here. Zereth Mortis, what's going on over here? Anima. Could do that. Let's go do... I need like 4,000 gold, I think, in order to get the high-speed flying, which is one thing I really would like to get. I'm also, like I said, looking to increase my item level to try and take it up a notch. The window capture thing's just driving me nuts now. I'm just trying to remember what exactly was I window capturing. There you go, put you there. The difficulty with me, in my opinion, for this... For the Evoker class just in general is the...
No, the risk is too great, Uther.
There will be no further treachery. I will see to it.
We all have our burdens to bear.
Do anything for a little bit of gold. I'm not gonna worry about you.
Peace, my fellow pilgrim.
So the biggest thing here... Good gosh, I'm so slow. I'm going to fly up here and I'm going to do the world boss. That'll grant me 500 anima. And give me a chance for some extra loots. Of course I'm being chased. Play this for a little bit. I've got God of War, and I've really, it's like part of me is really just like, yeah, you can play God of War, or no, I got to. But that's just like, I've got like 1,000 different games I feel like I can play. I wish I had noticed that this morning, or I wouldn't even have. Because the stuff it used to be throughout the expansion, it was that when you finished an emissary quest, they just gave you junk, and the junk combined together was worth like 800 gold. It was very easy to get over 1,000 gold for just the random junk that you picked up. Problem is now, of course,
Please help us.
you don't get that. Because like this was one thing, these kind of 3 things, I think maybe this was in there too. They'd all give you a bunch of gold, and now 121. That's just annoyingly frustrating.
Our scouts speak of a harrowing presence threatening the Northern Isle. We cannot allow this menace to
See if anybody's up here. Okay, good, there is. Oh, damage.
menace to remain.
Still trying to master this rotation. I do have a couple of things here that I'm probably going to need. That's Monk. Okay, so that's the color for Evokers. That's an interesting color. We got 2 Monks. Yellow's Rogue. That's a Druid. That's a Mage, obviously. Okay, we got a couple Evokers. There's a Demon Hunter. What if you're a low item level? I also gotta figure out, I need to send a bunch of stuff from my main over to, I forgot, I turned this down this morning. All for one is a priest, I would figure, a druid. No, we're not touching that. What is this? Blessing of Bronze. Cooldown of cover is reduced.
I am out of range.
Watch your step. Watch your feet. Watch your feet.
You keep these ones. The Shattering Star, they actually cause us to do additional damage to them, so that's something we want to keep up. As much as possible.
Watch your step. Watch your step.
Go.
Well fought. We cannot allow these sacred lands to be scavenged and left in ruins.
Where did I fall in on that? Probably not very good. I didn't feel like I was dead. 480k, that's not good. Wait, 480k? That's not right. They change up stuff again. If anything, they should have nerfed us. That would have been a buff.
This area. We tried to stop them, but it has not gone
Something's
well.
not up.
Please help us.
So we shouldn't be able to do over a mill. That is detail. Yeah, it's details. Yeah, okay. They must have changed it. Oops, that's not what I wanted. There we go. So I got... Yeah, I got that. It's not great. Got that. I can't do that while I'm mounted. Okay. outside of that, most of the other stuff, the only other thing I really need to do... I need 20 anima. I'll pick up a chest on my way back. I know of at least one that I can pick up pretty easily. Yeah, this doesn't have anything there. That's storming the mall. We are not going to worry about storming the frickin' mall. Especially since I haven't been to Korthia yet. Which means I'd still, unless they've completely changed it, we're going to zoom over here a little bit. See if anybody's doing this. There's my Demon Hunter. I question whether or not I want to do it. But with this, I definitely need more people. So you and your allies to cast their next major movement ability just once. And then end 10 seconds, even if it's on cooldown. Weave the threads of time, reducing the cooldown of major movement abilities for all party members and raid members by 15% for 1 hour. Oops, I did not mean to do that. That's revive, that's flight. So the thing with my stuff right now, what is this? Active, 100% of the damage you take is healed back over 8 seconds. Holy crap. I should figure out. I'm gonna put you right up there. That is super useful. Some of these ones are knockback abilities, which aren't necessarily bad, but when you're in a raid group, that should be the last thing that you really need to have. Hi, cat. Yes, I see you down there. Some of these... The difficulty with some of these is they're charges, but they're not like normal charges. Like I have to wait for them to go off. Vex's Wisest Fang. Oh, hi, cat. That's a fist weapon. That's not better than what I've got. I tried throwing some stuff up on the auction house, but I'm not sure how much of it's going to sell nowadays. Possibly Ancient Band. Well, we're going to equip that. 233. That's an increase. We'll equip those. Sometimes you get lucky. Although I really shouldn't have gotten an upgrade because they got rid of Titan Forging.
The risk is too great, Uther.
Yeah, no, we're not doing anything with that.
There will be no further treachery. I will see to it.
I can. Alright. Do you like giving me needs? No, that's up this way. I remember this one because I actually got this before flying was available. It was quite interesting to do. a lot easier to do on a Demon Hunter where you have double jump and glide. That's the thing, I'm getting used to trying to glide on a Drakthir. Just because their glide isn't too different from Demon Hunters. If I was in my Drakthir form, it would look even more similar, considering the fact it'd be the wings. But I don't have double jump, and that's the part that's throwing me. What was that? What are you doing? Huh? What do you think you're doing? I felt like I had a vibration on my leg, but not the leg that. What's that? Twitter? Twitting Twitter? Are you a twitting Twitter? You're not a twitting Twitter, are you? We're gonna go turn in this just so that it's out of the way, and then I'm gonna head back to Stormwind because that's just gonna be the best way at this point to gear up and try and get a little a little bit more. What set did I? Oh, Kyrian. It's so weird though. Well, no. Because, like, here, I have the initiates.
How may I serve?
Fly. It's like I have the initiates. This is the Venthyr model, but as far as I remember, I never got the Venthyr model for male. I definitely didn't get it. This is the Night Fae transmog. But Night Fae. So just got this one off of Renown. Renown. Well, that's an entirely different thing. Because they kind of basically said it's like, oh, if you can get it on one, you'll get it on all of them. But I think I have to have the same. No, cat. Same whatever. I was looking on here because sometimes they will back. Oh, wait, I gotta fly. I don't have that unlocked on this character. Sometimes they'll have a transmog backed. So like my Demon Hunter, when they first introduced him in Legion, they actually did give him a transmog for Hellfire Citadel, the last raid in Warlords of Draenor. So I did go back and actually get that from them to try and actually maximize out all of that. That one I kept trying, like, I'm not getting it, I don't know why. I ran it through on like normal or heroic a couple of times. It takes a little bit because the first encounter isn't super easy to do solo. It's not impossible and it's not difficult, but it's not super easy to do solo. Until no cat. No. But then I finally came to the realization that, just about... No! Why do you always attack my microphone? Just about every single item piece, transmog piece, was dropped on LFR difficulty like 4 times. Like 1 time per each wing. I'm like, wait, Legacy rules, I get a crap ton of drops. And I can do LFR solo. So I literally went in, I think I had like 2 pieces of transmog. And I went in on LFR difficulty and I got the rest of them in the span of like a half hour. I'm like, this is stupid. I'll have to remember that. Blessing of Bronze. All toxins. The biggest thing with the Evoker class that's going to be more difficult to try and get used to is just the my cat keeps kind of moving around. He's right next to the microphone, so that's why I'm kind of nervous that he's going to attack it. He's looking at it. I can see him looking at the mic. You have to be nice there, cat. I don't want to have to lock you up in the bedroom every time I'm going to stream. That would not be fun for Nope. Do I have to put you in the bedroom? This isn't like when I'm raiding and I can just put it up and not talk. I have to kind of talk here. This stream, I'm going to have to divide this stream up when it goes over to YouTube just because of the 2 different games we're playing during it.
Archon's light shine upon you.
I'll go drop this off just so that it all works out a little bit easier for me. You can go in there. That's a useful thing to have for a tailor. And then I'll go drop off all my anima because I don't want this cluttering up my bag. And I'm not going to sell it. There's no real point to selling it. It's not worth it. Copper piece of those pieces. No. No, no. Now he's trying to bite it.
I welcome you.
Wait, why do I have 5? You know what? I'm not going to question it. If we're going to... There. Research that at least so that if I decide to come back, I can do that easily enough. Alright, let's take this. It's supposed to take me to the Forbidden Reach. I'm not 100% sure where that is. We'll find out here real quick. Okay, so we got the Eastern Kingdoms, it looks like. The only spot that... No, that's not the Forbidden Reach. That's the Rift. You can get the Void Elves to go back to the Rift. That's not the Forbidden... Ah, forget it. I did pick up a couple of things, so I just need to recruit some people, and then we can get the actual important quest. So I can pick up some more gear and just kind of help them.
Breathing room, please! My admirers need space to appreciate the awe of hell. Duty calls! Now, if you'll excuse me, I must be off to make a name for myself in the splendiferous Dragon Isles.
Any new discoveries? River Drakthea, stand ready.
I really do like this mount. I say stood. I floated in air for like an hour and a half to get this mount, and that was on the lucky side. Realistically, this mount I could sit there for like 4 hours or longer.
Don't panic. We've prepared for this. Expedition to
That's why there actually is. So
sounds fun. But they've got
there is a
peaks to climb.
so these bags are 32 slot bags.
We're moving out.
The next expansion, they're being upgraded to 34 slot bags. Taylor's going to be able to make 34 slot bags. So once we get the 34 slots, then that'll be those ones. I think I read that the reagent bags are going to be 36 slots. So those are 2 very useful... very useful things to have. So the tailors will be able to make both of those. So if I have my warrior and my Drakthir as tailors, I should be able to hopefully easily jump up. I wonder. I don't think it's in here yet. No, just Shadowlands Classic. Sometimes it's like, wait, hold on, let me say it again just to make sure. Can I? Sources, slots. This is all. Okay, no. So yeah, it's just.
Anchors away.
It is what it is, unfortunately. But I was hoping to see mail, maybe because I can, if I pull up the collections. These are all for the next. That's the Drakthir. Okay, almost got all the emerald. Obsidian. Cobalt? The cobalt doesn't look too bad. It actually goes well with my scales. But this is kind of all the... They put in the transmogs for the next raid ahead of time. So some of the stuff is in here for you to see.
Let's get moving. Plenty to be done. Sorcery! We're under attack!
Be at ease, Toddy. This is a friend, not a foe.
Apologies for my abrupt arrival, but the news I bring cannot wait for pleasantries.
Is there something you wish to discuss?
Always.
There we go. Wasn't actually wanting to work with me there for a second. Yeah. I'm hoping to have everything squared around so I can just use my model, my VTuber model, once the raid officially hits, because I think it'll really work out well.
My friend.
So if you made it this far into the stream or the video or the VOD up on YouTube,
has happened,
then you might have noticed by now that in the lower right-hand corner of the screen is me.
Tell me.
It all happened so quickly. And Rathian, young as he is, bravely or perhaps foolishly tried to stop it.
That's me. I'm getting a little tease here. I'm working out the lore and everything like I said before.
But he was too late.
Hoping to do a debut before then.
Had already been unleashed.
And then officially kind of jump out as a VTuber at that point.
She let me live with a message. They are coming to cleanse the world of the Titan's stain. Alexstrasza, who is she? What is she?
She is Raszageth, youngest of the primal incarnates.
Incarnates?
4 dangerous adherents of the elemental forces. At the dawn of the aspects, our flights embraced the Titan's gifts. They did not.
The war that followed was unimaginable. And it took all of our strength combined to banish them.
If they were so dangerous, why were they not destroyed?
I hadn't the heart to do it. We were once as clutchmates.
Time, it seems, has not quelled their fury. And look at us. Should she free her kin now, we haven't the strength to stop them. And if Iridicrum's hunger is unleashed,
then we have no choice. If we are to be protectors once more, the aspects of our dragonflights must be made anew.
Yay!
Our queen is determined, Khadgar. But we've only just begun to find who we are again. And I fear that without help, we may never get the chance to see our future secured.
I am excited to see Khadgar in the upcoming expansion. He's been out of it since the end of Legion.
The mortal races too must answer the call.
Khadgar's been out of the... Khadgar's been out of the game basically for the last 2 expansions.
Never let your guard down.
Proudmore's finest. That's your service.
Adventure cocktail as eager as I am to set sail, aren't you? We've got a bit more preparation to do here, then we'll be on our way.
How are you?
I don't think...
Have a good one.
I don't really know if I actually want to do that. 'Cause it would be nice to have the 278 weapon, but I mean... Mace. Let me see something here. Staff, sword, dagger, mace, primary stat, intellect. Interesting. Let me swing over here. I want to make sure, I want to say it's 4750 that I would need in order to purchase the upgrade? The final. I'm flying right here at 150%. So it's a little bit slower on that end. Because I can go to maximum flight speed that you can get is 310. Plus there's ways to go a little bit beyond that depending on your class and guild. This character's not in a guild right now. I'm debating about putting him into a guild.
Great to meet you.
Yeah, 4750 is what I would need.
Keep your feet on the ground.
Let's see here. So, this is the day of the release. I'm going to try and stream first day out as soon as I get off of work and get back in. Just to try and get that finished, I guess, for lack of a better word there. Oop, going the wrong way. You try, because it'll depend on release, whether the release is delayed. I don't think it hasn't really been the last couple of years, so that shouldn't be too bad. The biggest difficulty is going to be less the release, more the what's the word I'm looking for? Less the release, more the number of people and how the servers are functioning. Because the servers aren't functioning, then we're done. I could sit and try to log on for like 3 hours, but I'm not going to kill myself trying to do it. Continue your research with the Dragon Scale Expedition to increase for now to unlock rewards. Oh, it's going to be one of those types of deals. Excuse me. I'm going to go up here. We're going to try and get... I want to finish up these moats. And then we'll see. I might call the stream at that point. Just because it's getting a little bit more on the later side here. I've been doing this for a little over 3 hours now. That's not terrible. I probably at this point have made up for, at the very least, the number of hours I would need to be affiliated. So much better. I could just send myself the gold. I wonder if that'd be the better idea. I have more than enough gold on my Demon Hunter. Actually, on my Demon Hunter, my Death Knight, and my Warrior, I have more than enough gold. I think I have more than enough on my Paladin. Basically, any max level tune I have should have more than enough gold. Just my Demon Hunter, my Death Knight, and my Warrior are kind of been my 3 go-tos, I guess, for lack of a better word. They're the ones that I'll play the most. I just need to get that. These, I don't think any of his stuff, well, that's a 252, so I wouldn't have to worry about pants. Shoulders are 252. So for him, the only thing are my legs and my shoulders are 252. So I could up everything else on him to get him a little bit of a higher item level. I'm not going to focus on it too heavily because I don't think that's... Once you get into the next expansion, leveling will take care of the majority of that. Looks like we've got Earth Elementals up right here. Yeah, we got Earth, Fire, and Earth, it looks like. So the two I did, because you guys saw me on Tuesday, I did Earth, and Fire. And it's not like the other two are different, but the other two are ice/water. I think the element itself is ice, but it's got like some water stuff around it with it too. Then, can I get over there and fight you? Nope. Well, yes, but no.
Too far away.
The problem with this is it's just so laggy at this point. I mean, you think you're seeing everything. It's like there are probably 50 more guys around me right now. I just can't see to play, to actually like do anything with it.
I am out of range.
Yeah, that's more closer to what I'm expecting it to look like around here. Can't see Jack. The biggest thing, it'd be nice to down the I keep forgetting that you actually have to like click the other end of that.
I am out of range.
It's 4 more, so I've got most of them. I wonder if somebody around here can tell me is how long it's been since the last boss fight. It'd be nice to get that, because then I could probably... How many do I have now? I've got 4. The quest will give me 30. So that takes care of all of those. like to try and get the boss down. I don't think it gets too much longer before he comes around, but I don't know if they'll actually show it to me with this far out, because usually I have to be pretty close, like into the zone over here before it'll actually show me. If the boss is up over here. But we can get a little bit more of the primal essence. So that we can actually get him a little bit better gear, since we're not going to be able to. Gold's probably going to be a problem. Unless I just give him some, which I probably will. I kind of wanted to have him be able to do it all himself, but that's the thing is, like, a couple of my other tunes, it's usually like the gold and stuff that I get leveling and going out is usually enough for me to be able to purchase everything. But maybe it's just the fact that this is where everything's kind of set up with them. Oh, here we go. That it's just kind of, it's, you can't quite do that for everything that I've got usually does a little bit of splash. That's the upside. Hit the dragon. I want to hit the dragon. I'm not sure if I've actually killed the dragon on my Demon Thunder at all.
From the land and protect me.
It gets like this. You can't even see what's underneath me to actually like do much of anything.
I need to target something first.
It's like I'm getting hit, I'm getting knocked around, and like I can't actually tell you what's hitting me. I can't actually tell you what's knocking me around. I can barely even aim some of these line abilities just because the game is so lagged behind, just because this isn't my computer that's doing this, it's just there's so much stuff going on right now that it just can't keep up. The computer can't keep up, the servers can't keep up. The start of last expansion. So I mentioned the bag slot size. There are actually 2 other 34 slot bags in the game. One's been around since Legion, I believe. I've never seen that one, so don't quote me on that. I'd have to look it up again to see. But Legion, that one is in Dalaran. So it's either Legion or the only other one it could be would be Wrath, and I cannot believe for the life of me that Wrath, they'd have this in Wrath. That's just so long ago to have a 34 slot bag. But somewhere in Legion, somewhere, I know where. there is a there's a vendor. He has a weird respawn timer. It's like 2 hours to 3 days. I'm not gonna comment on that. Take this. Oh, sweet, I got a signal off of them. We're gonna leave before that devolves any farther. Okay, sweet. That is Blizzard account bound, so that means I can send it over. I have to double check and see, because I've got one on my Demon Hunter, but I'm thinking it might be Earth too, which won't help me. It's either Earth or Fire. If it's Fire, that's great, because that means I would have 2 of the 4 that I need, because I need Fire, Water, Storm, and Earth to create this. I have no idea what it is, no idea what it does. I could look it up if I wanted to, but I don't care enough to look it up. We got 55 now. I'll turn in both of these quests, so this will be 30 and this one will be 60, so that's another 90. Take me off self up to 140. Torque of Calamities. That'd be nice, but I want to keep. I already equipped my trinket because I needed the trinket. I haven't actually bothered to look and see what my secondary stat priority should be on him, just because there's not much I can do about that. I'm in my Drakthir form. That's weird. I should actually. I would think I should be in my normal form. The problem with the Drakthir form, so I developed, got like all the armor and stuff on it that I wanted, but it looks like I didn't pick shoulders or something. So now my shoulders are actually equipped, and it just looks friggin' weird. So we get this back here. I can buy a couple of different things. Not adventure guide. I don't need adventure guide. Expedition. Yeah, see, it's just like in terms of transmog on the Drakthir model, it's basically non-existent. Ugh. They did go back. Okay, I'm hesitant to say they actually went back. So these are all like the raids and stuff, but here's the thing. So starting in BFA, they actually reduced their transmog, because it was every class got a unique transmog per the every class got a unique transmog per its own unique per raid. So the Demon Hunter transmog was different from the Warrior transmog, which was different from the Druid transmog, and so on and so forth. But what they changed in BFA is they just did, okay, leather transmog is this, mail transmog is this, cloth is this, plate is this, and we're done. So every leather wearer got the same transmog. So at that point, well, it's nice in one aspect, because then like okay, so you can see, oops, on my Drakthir here, he's male, doesn't really have much of anything because I don't have male. These ones are just, everybody gets these. That looks hilarious. Look at my little butterfly wings. But I don't have any of those for like anybody else. So like if I hopped over onto a leather wearer, then a lot of the stuff would be filled up more because my main is a demon hunter who wears leather. Go figure. Let's go turn these in. We're going to purchase some stuff, and then I think we're going to end off the stream there. I'll have to figure out what my window capture was. I was capturing something, but...
Remain vigilant. Be mindful of your
Yeah. You can do it again if you want to. I'm not going to do it again right now.
Hey there. Safe travels. You need something?
Okay. That's a one-handed sword, though. I don't really want a sword. Let's do that. Give myself a weapon. Then 219, that's pretty low. Let's give that. I'm down to 55. That's a straight increase. I don't need that. Save for transmog. I don't need that. Save for transmog. That's only a 10 item level. I don't really want that. 233. 229. 219. So right now the 219s I have are my back and my helm. And my helm is just a straight increase. And it costs more. So let's go ahead and get that instead.
See you later.
Seems like the game's a little bit glitchy in some aspects. Yeah, that jumped me up to 240, so that's pretty good. Alright, but anyway, I'm going to go ahead and end off the stream here, guys. Thank you everybody who stopped on by and chatted up. I will see you all later, and make sure, if you guys are watching this over on YouTube or even here on Twitch, if you could honestly drop me a follow, a subscription. If you're on YouTube, any comments and like the video. That really helps me out as I'm trying to grow the channel. So thank you everybody who watched or is stopped by, and I will see you all later. Take care.